السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا اغفر لنا وأنت خير الراحمين. ربنا هب لنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من رشدا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. So, I think we should just jump into the subject because we are already a little bit late, and also we had many to introduce this. So, we should go back. Who would like to read the Arabic text? Some new voice? New voice? No? Okay.
فلما رأى الشمس بازغة قال هذا ربي هذا أكبر فلما أفت قال يا قوم إني بريء مما تشركون.
Yeah. Thank you. So, translation? Yeah, of course.
Then when he beheld the sun rising, he said, "This is my Lord. This one is the greatest of all." But when it too went down, he exclaimed, "O my people, behold, far be it from me to ascribe divinity, as you do, to anything which does not sustain the universe."
Now, he beheld the sun, saw the sun. We see the sun every day, but it is not the first time that Abraham really saw the sun or observed the sun. Isn't that right? As we do. What does it mean? Beheld the sun rising. Yeah. Yes, it took notice of it. And sun represents what? Somebody came with her father. We don't accept fathers. So
an exception.
Today is an exception. Sorry.
The sun represents like life or creation.
It is the verse says, "This is my Lord. This one is the greatest." Yeah, greatest possible cause. Greatest possible cause of existence. What is the greatest possible cause of existence for us? The greatest possible cause of existence. Because what is he looking here for? The Lord. Lord. But in order to be a Lord, one has to be what? Yeah, to be the creator, take care of it, and then maintain it. Not take care of it. Creates it, give existence to it, and then take care of it. That's the second stage. We studied this before. The difference between God and the Lord was important. Yeah, if you remember that. So he's looking for the Lord, but we have to look for the Creator first, the one who creates. Then whether this Creator is really the Lord. We have to ask this. What is the greatest creator? Now, for you, for the people in general, the greatest creator. possible, not God, apart from God. Anything that we observe in this world. What do you hear? People talk about the source of existence.
Thinking of my mom.
Sorry?
My mom.
Is the creator of the universe?
No, but of me.
Uh,
No?
People don't say that. They really, even they say, my mom gave me birth. They don't really say that. They cannot say that she created me. No. I mean, to be honest, even in our daily language, the creator of this art is somebody, but really it needs more elaboration in order to make sure what they really mean. So, that is the common.
Nature is a common root.
So
Nature.
nature is the
Common way.
really the biggest idol, the biggest idol of the age, nature. But you said, somebody said something else. You said, Mike?
Science, but I kind of meant nature by that, like
Yeah,
scientific
but
energy.
we will talk about it, but listen to this, brother.
Energy.
Sorry?
Energy.
Yeah. So this kind of things, the energy. But when you ask them, what do you mean by science? When you ask them, what do you mean by energy? When you ask them, what do you mean by nature? What do they say? The energy. What is this? Which kind of creator is it? The energy, but they see that there is something here, but never can demonstrate that energy or nature or science, but we have to talk about science a little bit for a while, or science can be the creator, can be the king, but they attribute it to an non-defined, to me, non-definable thing. I wouldn't say object, non-definable phenomenon, so that really do away with it. So that's nature. It's natural. Energy, for example, this is what energy, but we are looking for the cause of existence of energy. Now, when it comes to science, they don't really mean that science is creating. They say science is going to find out the real cause of existence, because they are investigating into the existence. Be careful. So into the creation, they are investigating the creation within itself. What are they doing? Looking into the existing things. So I am looking into myself in order to find out my creator. Do you see the logical contradiction? I am looking into myself in order to find out my creator, the one who gave me existence. Whatever I find within my own being, it already included in the content of the question, who created me? Do you understand? No.
Don't we always say that we should explore our own being, and through that, getting to know our own selves,
Come on.
we will get to know the Creator?
But,
No, but this is
they say, of course, we are investigating your body, or the body of the universe, or any part in the universe. We are investigating. The scientists say, we are going to find out the reason of existence of anything. That yours is completely different from, this is something to do with we have to listen to our human feelings or qualities, human capacities, potentialities, to use them as yardsticks, as criteria, is completely different. So the science says, I'm going to investigate your organs, members of your body, and the constituent parts of your organs, and then go into the cell, go into the molecular structure of the cell, and then atomic structure, and whatever the subparticles, in order to find out the cause of existence of that thing. Is that ridiculous? Do you notice that? Does it make sense or not? What I say doesn't make sense. What they say to me doesn't make sense. How about you? For example, I am asking who made this, who made the machine, and the people, okay, we are going to investigate it to find out the cause of existence of this machine. Whatever they will find out in it, I will say, look, this part you found in it is my question. Who made it? Who gave existence to it? I mean, the method they are following has its own self-contradictory claim. Do you get it? No? Yes? You got it. Yeah, good. This one person said yes. The other said this.
The claim is, what we've always been saying, is that the cause of existence of something cannot be itself.
Yeah, that is our assumption. When this assumption is the result of our logical conclusion that my logic as a human being cannot accept and confirm that a thing can be the cause of itself. That's my logic. If you don't agree with this logic, welcome. Come up with an alternative logic. Because it is contradictory. That a thing, in order to be the cause of existence of itself, it is obvious, and we keep repeating that, it should exist so that it will be the cause of existence of another thing. But I am asking the reason, the source of existence of that thing. Because if it exists, it exists. There is no need to question. There is no need to question that it is creating itself. No, it already exists. Why do you question it? Why I'm asking the cause of, the reason, the source of existence of that thing. Do you understand? So the thing cannot be its own creator, because that thing needs to be explained how it came into existence. So they say infinite regression. Are you familiar with this expression? Infinite regression. This is the cause. This is the cause of. This is the cause of that one. This is the cause of, is illogical. Logically cannot be proven. No one could prove it so far in the whole the world of philosophy or science. No one can say that infinite regression is logical to accept. It's impossible. But if you don't know, if someone doesn't know the subject, it's easy to say, yeah, it may be, we don't know. Because taking any subject into any area that I cannot have an access. Do you understand? Human cannot have an access. Human beings. Then saying that possible, maybe, it may be the cause of existence. What is that? The first thing that existed and exploded and became the universe. What is that? I don't know. I don't know. They say they may be. They may be. It's not provable. And logic doesn't say maybe. Logic says what is consistent. Right. So science's claim to find out the creator is a contradictory statement to its own profession. Do you understand? Because it is looking into the object or anything. Actually, they look at it into the particles, the properties of the particle. So I am asking, what is the cause of existence of the particle? They say I am going to find out the cause of existence of particle within particle. Make it simple. Don't make it tricky. No, magical statement like Pharaoh's magicians. That's what the Quran means actually when it speaks about Pharaoh's magicians. Make tricky statements, ambiguous statements, ambiguous, not clear really exactly what they mean. And no, if you like, methodologically consistent statement that the logic will say yes, methodologically consistent. For example, I look at the world, everything is subject to change, they are changing, I understand, and every moment is a new status in the existence of the objects, I understand. Now I am asking, what is the cause of existence of these objects? What is the cause of existence of this change? What is the cause of existence of the properties that this change has as observed? Logic says it cannot be itself. Why? I am asking the cause of order of the object. The order cannot be the creator of its own order. Do you understand? It doesn't make sense. But unfortunately, it seems to be as if because they misuse the data they have. What do I mean by it? They misuse the data they have. They use the already existing order of the universe by obeying the order of the universe, by following the order of the universe, and saying that, look, I found out something which proves to be working, right? For example, they make engines, they make, I don't know, these machines, whatever. They say, look, what I found out so far works. Don't you see? The machine is working. Look, project is working, laptop is working. Yeah. They say, trust me, look what I found out is working. Trust me, I will find out the source of existence of the things, it will work as well. Do you see the logical leap? Jump? Do you understand? Does it make sense what I said? Logical leap. Am I right? The word? Do you understand? Leap?
Yeah.
Jumping. You know? L-E-A-P. So jumping. My pronunciation is so that I have to make sure if I'm using the word rightly. So because, yes, by obeying the order of the universe, what you get, already existing order in the universe, you are using them. Understood? Okay. It must work. Yes, because there is an order in the universe. In the creation of the universe, there is an order. It is working. It must work as long as you get the order perfectly. It works. If you don't follow the order perfectly as it is, Whatever you do doesn't work. Right or wrong? Yeah? But when you use the already existing universe's order, it works, but it doesn't mean that you will find out the source of existence of that order within that order. We have to understand this. It is a logical leap. Did you understand? You frowning at me. No, okay. You didn't understand. Because we know, I don't know. I cannot explain it. Yeah.
So,
Let's communicate so I understand.
So I'm not a physicist, but to give credit to physicists, what they say is not that particles created themselves, that initial particles created other particles, but they don't say how the initial particles came about. So they have a logically consistent setup that their models, the standard model, is producing in the Big Bang theory, but they didn't say.
Excuse me. You will carry on, all right? Don't forget. We are really criticizing a particular theory. We are criticizing the methodology they follow, what theory they establish. Okay, but there's no need to mention the name, because as if we are talking and criticizing only one theory. No, we are talking about the methodology that science or scientists follow or claim to follow, and seeing the logical false logical gap there. So just simple, don't name anything. But they say, you speak, you are saying it, carry on.
So I'm just saying that they're not saying that something is giving existence to itself. So they're not making that logically inconsistent statement. So I don't understand why.
They don't say it because it doesn't make sense. That's why they don't say it straight away and clearly. But ultimately what they say, the bottom line is, the things are creating themselves. There is no external creator to the objects themselves. Why in that reasoning, or they always say that this caused this. Yeah? A caused B. But when you ask, what is the cause of existence of A? Yeah, they refer to something else. Or, the first initial existence, we cannot explain it, they say. Yeah, but be careful here. We have to argue that. They cannot explain, let's say the initial cause of existence is A, all right? In their field of work, if you like, field of analysis or studying, A is included in where? In the universe. In the universe. A is not outside of the universe. And by definition, I am asking the question, when I say what is the cause of existence of the universe, A is already included in my question, not only my question, everybody's question. That's number one. Number two, after saying that A, we don't know the cause of existence of A, I understand that's an honest claim. They don't know. But where are they looking for the cause of existence of A? Again, in the universe, in the existence. And my question is, what is the cause of existence of this universe? This B includes, can A be the cause of existence of B? That is the biggest question. Can A bring anything into existence? Show me the quality in A that it is bringing into existence. It goes back to what Asma said at the beginning. My mother. Can your mother be the cause of your existence? That she said this, but it doesn't record. No. So the answers are simple. So it is very simple. But unfortunately, they speak big. And on the other side, the religious people who claim to believe in God, they say, we believe in God. That's it. But because believing in God makes sense. That's correct. But the way they present the belief in God is not consistent logically. But they say, yeah, looking at the universe, yeah, it must be. But afterwards, when they start analyzing the events within the universe, they become another materialist scientist or materialist philosopher, explaining everything, the cause of everything in terms of another thing. Unless you start making sense of what you say, it means be careful. So we shouldn't compare with what the scientists claim, that we are just trying to find out how the things are coming into existence, attributing one cause to another cause to another cause. Yeah, the causal chain, going back to the beginning of anything, with not necessarily only one theory, any theory, whatever the theory you call, field theory, whatever, there are parallel universes theory, all within the universe, and attribute the causal chain the power to create. And we have to question, can my DNA give existence to my human qualities or the qualities of my biological being? What are you doing? Yeah, surprise. Welcome. Okay. Ask the question, can any object be the cause of existence of another object? Ask the question. But be careful. That's what the people always hide without using existence. They say the fruit grows on tree. Trees grow fruits, right? Atmosphere cleans air, or trees produces oxygen or carbon dioxide, depending on the day of the time of the day. But they say, that's what we see. Okay, can the biological cell of the plant be the creator of anything, or it is the order that they are already given existence by the one who gave existence to the universe? For example, I am using this keyboard. When I press on something, definitely it comes up another function of the program on the screen. And that is what I am seeing. Can the keyboard be the creator of the thing, or it is already set order of the laptop by the engineer? That's very simple. Why? Why do we swallow these magical speeches? Because we are admired at the technological productions. It works. They work. Cars work, airplanes work, I don't know, other machines work, iPhones work. So we say, oh, whatever scientists do or make work. So they must know what they are talking about. But they never speak about the existence of anything. So there were some
Yeah, I don't really understand how scientists can understand the existence of something there within creation.
Impossible.
Right, all they have to work with is looking at the laptop.
Inside.
Right, as an example, right? Like the only information you have is what's in the world, but you're saying that you can't understand the existence just through looking at the world, just through understanding how the world
No.
works, right?
Sorry,
Cause of
there is a difference. But a fine point, I don't know whether you are aware of what you are saying, because is the common language? No. Looking for the existence of the laptop example within the laptop is begging the question. You understand this term? Yeah? Begging the question. It means, begging the question means, I am asking this one altogether, the laptop here, right? Altogether. What is the cause of existence of this laptop together with all parts and, software, hardware together, programs, everything. So I am looking at it. Whatever I found there will be already included in my question. What is the sort of existence of this part? What is the sort of existence of that part? So it is not the way to answer the question, impossible. You have to use logical approach. You have to use logical approach. Do you understand logical approach? Now, you have to investigate it. Look for the qualities of the laptop and see what can be the source of existence of this laptop together with its qualities, properties. Do you understand? The thing and their properties. Properties. That it's not this property, technical word. I mean, in philosophy, the properties. Together with its properties, qualities. So you have to what? Reason. There is only one way of coming to a conclusion. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't study the laptop. No, you have to study the laptop, find out the properties of the laptop, all the qualities of the laptop, and then start questioning what can be the source of existence of this laptop together with its all qualities. Very simple. So if someone says, I am going to find the source within the laptop, it is already self-contradiction. The method is wrong. The method they follow is logically inconsistent. Because of this inconsistency, some people pointed out this inconsistency in this logic. But some people who study philosophy, they know. Some people pointed out that, but they said that, we cannot really go out of this laptop, so we cannot really look for the cause of existence of the laptop. What we have to say, although we may not know, there must be something in it, or the laptop may be eternally existing. That is an escapism, going out of the logical framework. So we have to use logical. Why logical? You study the computer, look for the qualities, and then logically come to a conclusion, say, must be, you understand? Must be, there must be an intelligent cause for the laptop to exist, right? And in the quality of this intelligent source must have the power or capacity to give existence to the computer. You understand this? So we have to go. That is why Quran, that's very important now. That's why Quran defines the creator, the belief in the creator in terms of, tell me, somebody must read my mind. Why the Quran defines the belief in terms of? No. Yeah, I mean, this is the result. When say you believe in what? Come on, somebody, but brave enough, come on. No.
In angels.
No, these are the details. One word the Quran says.
Unseen.
Sorry?
The unseen.
Unseen, ghaib. يؤمنون بالغيب. It means the creator must be outside of the pieces of this universe. Unseen means no, you cannot see. Are we playing how to say hide and so what?
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. You cannot see. I'll come back to you. I've seen. All right? We are not playing that. Oh, I don't see it. No. It means you cannot find the source of the creation of anything within itself. And if I cannot find the source within the thing itself, what do I have to do? There's only one way. Be careful, the people say, no, reason cannot comprehend, reason is not good, we just listen to the Quran, it's all trash. Yeah, to me, all trash, jargon, doesn't mean anything. So you have to use only one way. What can be the source of existence of this universe? This is only way to use your human qualities to observe the qualities in the universe and then come to a conclusion logically. And the phrase is must be. It means that's my conclusion. I'm satisfied with it. That's why the Quran says يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Why? Because by nature, by the nature of the things themselves, you cannot find it in it. You cannot find the creator in the thing itself. But you can find what the Quran constantly reminds us. You will and you must see the signs of the unseen in the universe. Not the unseen itself, not the creator itself, but the signs, evidence of the creator. So you define the creator. You cannot see the essence of the creator. You cannot define the essence of the creator. You say the creator must be absolute. The creator must have absolute qualities. What is this? All these phrases must have your logical conclusions. But this logical conclusion, in order to come to a logical conclusion like this, you have to use your all human qualities, not only your power of reasoning, including and mainly the power of reasoning, but all human qualities, your feelings, your emotions, all human qualities, all together must come to a conclusion and must be satisfied with your conclusion. It's very easy. Evidence is where? Here. You, everything, every single thing. And by looking at the laptop, see the qualities, properties of the laptop, both sense, hardware, software, and conclude very easy. The engineer must have these qualities. If I say the engineer of this laptop must know electrical knowledge about electric power, yeah? Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to make it, because there is an electrical connections, all the, how do you say, conduces, how do you say, conductives, everywhere. So the engineer of this computer must know that this computer is going to be used by an intelligent human being. Have I seen the engineer? No. I don't know whether he is a man or a woman. I don't know. I have no idea. Whether he's still alive or dead, I have no idea. But what I am saying, this engineer of this computer must have these qualities. That is Iman. But have you seen, without evidence, Iman is not valid. And also, without being outside of the universe or the nature of the universe, be careful, without seeing that this conclusion must be outside of the nature of the universe is necessary. You cannot describe the creator within the terms or conditions of its work. It's very the very simple example we use always. Can you describe a piece of art and describe the artist in terms of the piece of an art? Can you? Do you understand? But all the signs, whatever makes this piece, this thing, as a piece of art, are the signs of the qualities of the artist. Do you have to see the artist in order to believe in it? Not at all. Not at all. You don't need it. Even I always say this, even you saw the artist, it wouldn't mean nothing to you. Okay, I saw the artist. So Ehab is the artist. Would you like to be the artist? So I am the artist. I don't know. I don't know. I can see any qualities on you. I see the human being here. That's it. I mean, you can be the artist. You may not be the artist. I don't know. But what I see, and I am sure, look, I am sure, I am confident this art must be the product of an artist. And this artist must have these and these qualities as I see it on the art. That's the conclusion. And I'm sure of it. Even if I see the artist, I cannot be sure. But my logical conclusion, I say it logical conclusion, but don't reduce it to logical activity, human activity. My conclusion as a human being, I am sure of it. If I don't accept this conclusion, I contradict myself. Yeah? Then I contradict myself. That's what we have to make sure, that belief is not an abstract notion. Belief is your firm conviction, but at the same time, not that you can see the essence of what you believe in. And it doesn't really require that you have to see it, believe it, see it at all. Even if you see it, I don't know. Let's say something happened here in the sky, a white cloud, yeah? And said, oh, I am the creator. I would say, go ahead. None of my business. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah? I don't know. Maybe I am imagining, maybe I'm dreaming, maybe really they miss a kind of magic, or whatever you call it. You know, you can make everything nowadays. So I don't know. And if you say, oh, I heard the voice. Oh, I really believe that God exists. It's not belief. It's not belief. It is just really, I don't know, what's the word? Sorry?
Imagination.
Maybe imagination, maybe I was going to say, what was it?
Shallow.
False things?
Like wishful thinking? Or?
Not false beliefs, false understandings. Come on, what is the word? You know, something believing in magic or something. How are they called?
Superstition.
Superstition. It's just a superstition. Although you say, I really believe that I heard the voice, definitely through the sky and clouds. I don't know. I cannot prove it, can you? I cannot make sure, nothing. But my logical conclusion is my conclusion. And this logical conclusion doesn't require any physical essence that you have to see and confirm it. No. It rejects it, if you like. It rejects it. That's why, again, I go back to the Quranic explanation. You cannot, you will never be able to see God. It is against the nature of the definition of God.
But Dr. Ali, if we say that God is capable of anything,
But it's a trash language.
no, but it's
No, because I don't really, yeah, that's enough, man. So God is capable. I don't know what it means. It means nothing. We have to forget this, how do you say, self-claiming stupid languages.
But
Of
this
course,
is
it is
this is the
stupid.
this is the common language used. Like if someone says, for
Yeah.
example, that that Jesus was, the embodiment of God, or
I don't know what do they mean by God.
But-
I don't know.
how. I mean, I can understand that I believe that God does not need to materialize for me to believe in Him. But how can you make an argument in that God can't do that?
Who said that God can't do it? I am only speaking about the practical example, about the engineer of the laptop, looking at the qualities of the laptop and saying that the engineer of this laptop must have these qualities as it is manifesting, as they are manifesting themselves in the laptop. I don't know who said, no, God cannot do it. What does it mean? It is illogical for me to go against my own human nature. Whoever made me in this way. I have to be consistent with the way I am made. That's my responsibility. So whoever made me, as far as I understand, cannot tell me that you should have done it in another way against your nature, against the way I did it. It's self-contradiction. Again, logically, it's a contradiction. Do you follow? That's it.
But what if my human nature, as part of my human nature, I do want to see my Creator.
Okay. Okay.
I do, right?
Oh, okay.
So then why am I saying that contradicts my human nature?
Because you cannot see your Creator within the universe as a created being. You cannot change your existential dimension.
No, but
You
God-
are a
but-
created
but-
being.
But God can.
No, it is the long language. You see, I know that. It is a borrowed, inherited language from the culture.
No, this
No.
has nothing to do with the culture. In
Culture?
fact, the
That's
culture
what
would
we
say
do.
the opposite. No one ever taught me to, in
No.
the culture, to say that, oh yeah, God can be
Yeah.
be a human being if he wanted to.
Are you sure?
No, not my culture.
Do
at least.
you hear anybody speaking in another way? Everybody speaks like this one. So that's why the culture is that. So we have to wake up this fallacy or fallibility of this falsity of this cultural claim. It is meaningless claim. But be careful, it is impossible. You can think, you are clever. I think this lady has the right to ask and still suspending her right. Okay, you got it.
As I'm understanding, you're mentioning I'm sorry. As I'm understanding, you're mentioning that don't be Muslim because your parents are Muslim.
I don't hear you. And the recording doesn't hear as well. Can you not make it loud? I think somebody can help her. You are not forcing anybody. So can you just say it aloud?
I'm just saying.
No, somebody else will make it. If you,
She said, are you mentioning that you're saying don't be Muslim because your parents are Muslim?
Like, don't be Muslim just because your parents are Muslims. Like,
Can
you
you
don't
be?
follow them.
What do you mean, don't be Muslim? I don't know what you mean. Don't be Muslim. What do you mean by being Muslim? We are not issuing the passport and saying that the nationality is Egyptian and religion is Islam. It's not the place. You have to be yourself. There's no other way. There is a very simple, the prophetic narration again. When the verse revealed to the prophet said that, فَإِنذِرْ عَشِيرَتِكَ Yeah, عشيرتك. Yeah, أقربين. Yeah, عشيرتك الأقربين. Yeah. He went and spoke to the relatives, his relatives. Oh, Abbas, I cannot save you. Oh, somebody, I cannot save you. Oh, somebody, close relatives. And he came to Fatima, his own daughter, the dearest daughter, Fatima, right? He said, oh, Fatima. Do you remember this hadith? Oh, Fatima, you can bequeath, it means inherit some property from me, but I cannot sell you. What does it mean? You can get some property from me. Yeah, when I die, my property will be yours. But I cannot save you means you cannot get my belief. Impossible. Belief cannot be inherited. Your father maybe, I don't know. Depending on which family background you come from. If you come from Egypt, your father is most probably a doctor. It's not. If you are not, I don't know that. So, whatever it is, let's say your father is an architect, right? Can you inherit the quality of being an architect from your father? Impossible. You have to study. You have to learn. It's very simple, isn't it? But of course, what we are emphasizing here in this class, particularly in this class, this kind of traditional inheritance of belief does not work. Forget about this. Mind your own responsibility. You make your own mind up for yourself. You cannot follow your parents. You cannot follow your community. You cannot follow your nationality. You cannot get anything from your claims. Claims cannot bring you any value. You can say, my 10 generations backward, all my, not progenies, ancestors, sorry? Forefathers. All were architects. Yeah? Can you become an architect? Because your father is an architect, your father's father, his father, his great-great-great-father. It's a ridiculous thing. It's impossible. Everybody has to make his own mind. It is not difficult. Just take up the responsibility. Think, because think doesn't mean that you have to get a philosophy classes or logic classes. No. Just as you are. But it needs seriousness that I have to use my human qualities in order to know my creator. Right? The verse that here, yeah, it is clear, very clear. That's also a good one. Projector. Inshallah, you made it. Thank you. So look, Abraham says, when he beheld the sun, the greatest option that can be the candidate to be the Lord, the maintainer, the sustainer of the universe, he said, this is my Lord. Really, I can really trust that one, right? it can be my maintainer, my sustainer. This one is the greatest of all, right? We said today, I don't know in other generations, in other centuries, but this century, the previous centuries were the materialists, naturalists, this kind of traditions were valid. Now they don't use these titles anymore. They don't say, I'm a materialist, I'm a blah, blah, blah. But they say, I believe in science. Yeah, I believe in science. You believe in science what? What do you mean science? Investigating the things? Yes, investigate. We have to investigate. That's correct. It doesn't give the answer. It cannot provide the answer to the source for the source of existence. Don't cheat me. They are magicians, really magicians. This language is a magician language. We have to be very careful, very simple, but we have to be careful. So this century, say either science or the friends say here, nature, energy, what kind of ambiguous, not everybody knows about, yeah? First particle exploded, yep. Must be because we are seeing that the atomic structure or particles has this kind of things, especially in quantum, at the quantum level. So they appear and disappear, appear and disappear. Just simply say it. I don't know details, and I'm not a physicist. You know. But so what? So what? If something appears and disappears, appears and disappears, can you qualify that this thing is the source of existence of the things? As Abraham's story will tell us. Now, but when it too, from the previous examples, like the moon, like the stars, when the sun as well went down, it means proved to be not the source of existence of anything. I cannot demonstrate that it is giving existence to something. When it is proved to be, it cannot be the source of existence. They are not really saying something, demonstrating it, showing that, because they say that we will find it in the universe. If you find it in the universe, it must be demonstrable, right? Because it is in the universe by definition. I'm not saying it's the logical conclusion, so I'm convinced about this conclusion. I am happy with it. It helps me explain the nature of this universe and the nature of my own existence. So what am I expected to do? To demonstrate it logically, not in the lab. Do you understand? But depending on my observation in the lab, that part should not be missed, because I have to, without studying the laptop itself, how can I talk about the engineer of the laptop? Can you follow me? Does it make sense? I don't know any qualities of the laptop and saying that the engineer is very knowledgeable. Huh? It must be. Why? Yeah, it must be. I believe that. Doesn't make sense. But if I study it, I demonstrate the order, conscious choice, conscious design in its existence, then I can say, in order to be able to do this, one must have knowledge. How did you come to this conclusion? Logical. One must have knowledge. And again, logical, if the engineer did not have knowledge, could not have made this. I cannot say that this laptop is made by this engineer that I logically concluded. It doesn't mean that God's essence is logical. Don't misunderstand. The existence of God can be reached only through logical reasoning. Do you understand? This is the existence of God. So the nature of God cannot be talked about, because the nature of God is not the nature of the universe itself. So I cannot really have a reference point. Do you understand? So nature of God is hard. Nature of God is big, small, or I don't know, whatever you say. Like this, like that, like energy. I have no idea. And I'm not responsible to define the nature of God, because it is not within the power of my observation. It is impossible. I'm looking at the laptop and I'm talking about it. If someone says, is this engineer 50 years old? It's irrelevant. It is irrelevant. 40 years old, 20 years old. What do you mean? Is it tall or high or short? What do you mean? It's irrelevant. I am talking about the necessity of the existence of the engineer. That is belief. And this belief is not an assumption. This belief is a necessary conclusion. I cannot conclude otherwise. It doesn't make sense to me. They are very simple, but really it is very simple, but we don't think about it. Very simple. Taking for granted religion is very sweet, easy. We believe in God. He is all powerful. He is all knowledgeable. When I speak like that, it counts nothing. So when it went down, it means when you really question, again, it is another method that the Quran teaches us. When you assign something as the creator of another thing, just ask that thing, can you be the source of the qualities of this result? They call it cause and effect. Okay, let's say cause is A in our explanation and effect is B. I'm making it as simple as I can. So look at the A. The Quran teaches this to us. The Quran is a very, very powerful, the book of argument actually against this false beliefs. Very powerful. But we have to know how to read the Quran. That is the problem that we are trying to learn by studying one verse a day. So the Quran describes the qualities of B, and then questions whether A is the cause, B is the effect. So whether A can be the source of existence of these qualities. Logically show it to me, or demonstratively show it to me. Open. And the Quran says never, because this A, if it is a part of this universe, it itself needs to be created. The Quranic explanation is very simple. They say those people, those things that you ascribe divine power to them, they themselves are being created. وَهُمْ يُخْلَقُونَ, the term of the Quran. They themselves are being created. It means they need to be created, right? That is the argument included in our first example. I am saying, who made the laptop? What is the cause of existence of laptop? Very simple. And somebody says, I'm going to study it, in order to find the maker in it. I don't have to wait for this gentleman, because the methodology is contradictory. Why? Because whatever he or she finds in the computer is already included in my question. Who made this? What is the source of existence of this? Do you get it? So the Quran says, look, all the things that you may ascribe some divine power, it means as the creator, the cause of existence of anything, are included in the universe. If they are included in the universe, they themselves need to be created, to be given existence. So Quran says, it's a beautiful, simple argument. But simple doesn't mean worthless, not complicated. But I would say, thank God that we don't confuse about the nature of God, as the Quran teaches. Right, like that, although God is like this, but it has another aspect of another something. No, God is absolute, period. Creator must be absolute, period. Yeah, you cannot make any confusion by likening it or transferring it into another kind of being. Right? No confusion. Straight away, the creator of this universe, as a result of my observation of the universe, must be absolute. That's my conclusion. And absolute cannot be describable in terms of anything of this universe. So no confusion. It means the creator must exist and all his qualities must be absolute, period. So simple. But this simplicity doesn't mean that we cannot understand, doesn't mean that we are simple-minded people, because I remember reading a lot of people's writings saying that Muslims are so simple-minded, they don't understand Trinity. Why? Because they say, God is the creator, that's it. Yeah, that's it. You cannot explain otherwise at all, doesn't make sense. Changing the nature of God, appearance of God, personality of God, they use this argument. Now, I'm not speaking necessarily a certain category of theology, but anything in Buddhism, in Hinduism, Christianity, whatever, the Jews are a little bit more consistent than others, so they are very close to Quranic description of God. So, but don't misunderstand me. They make it the God is acting and choosing and making something superior to other things. This is something else, but I'm talking about the definition of God. In Judaism, the definition of God is the creator of the universe, right? But other theologies, other religious traditions always confuse somewhere about the nature of God. We have to watch out. But Quran is so clear. So clear. Absolute, must be absolute. Creator must be absolute. It means absolute means not necessarily by definition infinite in terms of mathematics or something, but absolute means cannot be describable with the nature of the created things, right? Absolute. I cannot describe it. On many occasions we repeated this. Absolute means like infinite in mathematics cannot be describable with the nature of any number by definition. By definition, you understand? Because numbers in our example represent the created world. That's an example. Don't take that God is likened to an infinite. No. So this is not what I mean. So it's very simple and makes sense. And you can really comfortably explain the existence of the universe, your own existence, and communicate with this conclusion, your conclusion, saying that, look, whatever I found in the laptop is from you. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm using it. Or I'm trained through the laptop. I'm learning, I'm developing my abilities, my capacities in order to get to know you better. The more you struggle with the computer, what do? When I was trying to learn something from the computer, they said, no, you have to play with it. You have to play with it a lot. You discover, right? Maybe you may have some certain principles, okay, but you have to be busy with the word so that you will discover new qualities. Every quality points to the quality of its maker. And you get to know better. That's why this word is not always smoothly disclosing everything to us. We have to struggle. Now, struggle means that we should really suffer. No. We have to deal with difficulties. While we are dealing with difficulties, we discover the qualities. So these qualities point to the qualities of the Creator and these qualities make us become aware of the qualities of the Creator. That is called God consciousness. That's how God consciousness develops. For example, if I sit in my room, okay, everything is prepared for me. I don't go out. I can work I don't work in the field. I can see, I don't go out to the park and see the other animals, etc. The windows are closed and everybody's taking care of my laundry, eating, and I'm healthy forever. What happens? Sorry? So I didn't get you. I become a potato, not a human being. So I have to go out. I have to see, this work this way doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, I get cold. What shall I do now? Which medicine there are? What are these medicines? Why? I have to question who prepared them for me. Yeah. And then I have to hurt my leg or my arm, whatever. And then I have to say, oh, it's pain as well. What does it mean? You know, the pain exists. What does it mean for me? So discover more and more of the qualities of this universe so that you will understand the one who put this universe in this order. This universe is so complicated. But within this complication, perfect order. Perfect order. Oh, it is contradictory elements in it. Yeah, everybody knows that the universe always has its anti, yeah? Whatever there is, that's the opposite. Whatever there is opposite. The universe is, as the Quran describes, created with zawj. Zawj means opposite patterns. If you like, compatible, but just opposite qualities. Men, women. Yeah? Compatible, but I don't know about the women's world, but they're completely different creatures from us. So they think that these people are different creatures. So, but at the same time, compatible. So, simple examples of positive power, negative power, the North Pole, South Pole, and also, the technical words much better than I do. So, although it is composed of contradictory powers, but the outcome of the order is perfect. You say, which kind of work it is? Huh? Everything you study, you become aware of the qualities of its creator. So, when we attribute any quality to seemingly a cause of anything else, so we have to study the effect, the qualities of the effect, and ask the cause, can you be the cause of this effect? Very simple. Anything. For example, nowadays they talk about a lot about DNA. So look at DNA particles and ask them, can you be the cause of this human body, these organs, whatever whatever you speak, and my power of reasoning, do you have any quality? Ask them. It is in front of you. Ask them. So when you question, it goes down. It, as you said, when it went down, he exclaimed, look, it's very interesting now. He was looking for his Lord. I'm reading from that here. So he exclaimed, oh, my people. Look, oh, my people. Behold, far be it from me to ascribe divinity as you do to anything which doesn't sustain the universe. This structure is fundamental to the teachings of the Quran. Now, what are you looking for? As the source of existence of a particle. And somebody came and said, this is the source of existence of the particle, showing anything from the universe, all right? From the part of universe. What is the question now? As Abraham represents here, can you be the creator of the universe? It means giving existence to the whole system. Because whatever I am questioning about is a part of the universe. So if I say, let me take one silicon chips out of the machine. I say, who made it? Or let me use very simple example. My famous glasses, it's very famous. Yeah, I take one of these glasses here, and what is the source of existence of this glass? One of them. You can even go deeper, but don't make it difficult. One particle, one atom here. And it's the source of existence of this glass must be, look at the logic in the verse. Yeah, the logic says, you ascribe divinity to things, yeah, but I cannot do that as long as they don't sustain the universe. It means whoever put this glass here must be the one who knows the whole spectacles, because this glass is shaped according to this frame, and the frame is shaped according to other frame, and they are designed with this. Do you call them hands or leg? How do you call them this one? Arms, sorry, not the legs. I think arms is a better word. So arms, it means who made this? The one who made the whole glasses. What I'm talking about? A particle in it. So let's talk about, but it's an analogy. Don't forget, this is only an analogy. Let's say this is a brick building. Yes? Because human beings work together, support each other. Let's say a building is one piece of project, right? Architectural project. Okay. There is a column here, right? So who decided to put the column here? Because we are talking about human action. Who decided that this column must be here? What is your answer?
The architect.
The architect of all the building, not the column, the building. Because this column, to be there, must be calculated in accordance to its relationship to the other column, and it must be calculated in connection with the columns downstairs, upstairs, the whole structure. This column cannot be there by itself or by one without knowing the whole building. This is, of course, you may say, no, but this column is put by somebody, this column, but they are the parts of the same whole project. This logic is the Abrahamic logic introduced to us in the Quran. I have to say, can you be the source of existence of one atom? In order to be careful here, it may seem to be very simple, but we miss it. We miss it in our argument. We miss it in our language. We don't really construct our belief in God on this kind of solid foundation. In order to be able to create one atom, create what means? Create means give existence to one atom. If you can give existence to one atom, it means you are creating, giving existence to this atom before it existed. Yeah? But just making it, everything is anew. Yeah, coming into existence, bringing it into existence before, with no previous existence, right? Not transferring, not changing. For example, this is these are the glasses and arms of the glasses. What I did, this one and this one. What I did, change the position of something which already exists, right? Do you have a question? Yeah, let me finish this. So you have to be patient. This lady was so patient, waited for half an hour. But she didn't get angry with me. Well, learn something from ladies. So although they are opposite genders, you have to learn something still. Now, if someone gives existence to one atom, that one can give existence in other atom, because it is bringing into existence from or before it existed. Do you understand? Just like that, gave an existence. If someone gives existence to one atom within the context of the universe, what do you explain? What do you think? You know, if someone puts one brick into the building, the body of the building in an appropriate way, it has to know the whole structure of the building. Accordingly, the architect will make the whole structure sustainable. The universe always preserves its perfect order. Yeah? Do you understand that? So in order to be able to claim the maker, creator of one brick in the whole structure, you have to be able to know the whole building. Otherwise, you cannot put that. You don't know where to put this brick. In order to be able to create one atom, you have to get hold of the whole universe, so that you will put the atom in its place, perfectly fitting the whole order of the universe. Get the logic? That's why Abraham says, I cannot ascribe divinity. Divinity means absolute power, absolute quality, which can be the source of existence of this universe, to anything which cannot create the whole body of the universe. Right? Which doesn't sustain the universe. Yeah? That says, as you do. Yeah, which doesn't sustain the universe, because in order to be the architect of this universe, this building, you have to be really designer of this building in its entirety. right now, you don't have to wait for half an hour. This is a good news for you.
Yeah, so I think I'm concerned that I think this is not a translation. It's a philosophical interpretation because the verse, the whole which does not sustain the universe, is the interpretation. Inni bari'un mimma tushrikun just means I am innocent of that which you are associating.
That's what you think is correct. Thank you. Literally, what do you understand from tushrikun?
Ashraka yushriku, one who associates a partner.
Sorry?
One who associates a partner, to associate.
It's a partner of what?
That's implicit, right? With Allah, since that's the next
No,
verse.
we don't know.
We don't.
No, we know only tushrik means assigning power to be the Lord of what? Lord of what? Me. It means, go back to our example of the building. In order to be the one who decides where this brick to be, you have to be, architect of the whole building. So, by definition, the Lord cannot be the Lord if only man maintains one part of it, not the other parts. It's not the Lord. Abraham is looking for the Lord of me, human being. Yeah. So human being means with his or her qualities, communicate with the rest of the universe even further. Saying, looking for the source of the universe even. What will happen to me after that? What happened before the existence of such and such thing? So at least I am looking for a Lord who is not only the source of existence of the universe, beyond that, because he is my creator. And I am a human being with capacities goes beyond the universe. You can imagine, for example, you can question what existed before the universe was. That's a question. That's the result of your imagination power. We are looking for the Lord of this imagination power. Who is what is the source of this imagination power? For example, so it is rightly translated here, which anything which doesn't sustain the universe, I would say, not only the universe, the entirety of the universe. Even my language is not only universe, entirety of existence, because we cannot really reduce existence to universe only, because within this universe human beings exist, and in human capacity, in human potentiality, we go beyond the limits of this universe. So I would say, anything which doesn't sustain the existence in general, I would say this is even less, not far. So to say astaghfirullah, you use the word, said that philosophical interpretation. This is an insult. I'm not accusing you or really to blame you, but be careful with the word, because when you say that philosophical, because philosophy means does not recognize revelation. But this translate, I'm not defending the translator, I don't know who it is, but I like that because it expanded the meaning of shirk, as the Quranic word is, to it is not entirety, but at least somehow consistent with what the verse says. This is the content of the verse. If we don't understand the word Lord, Rabb, with this understanding, the translator did, then my understanding of Lord is not the Quranic understanding of the word Lord. My understanding of the Lord is my own knowledge, which is philosophical. I'm sorry. It means we have to watch out. We have to question. We have to question. It is not that simple, but it is not difficult either. Just don't inherit the culture and keep imitating it. Question it.
I've been reading this verse for over 10 years, and I think I've been
No,
misunderstanding
you
it.
have been reading for 10 years?
Yeah.
I have been reading it for 60 years.
Mashallah.
So I am joking, but it's
I would like your help to help me understand this, because when I read the basic Arabic, it seems that he sees the moon go up and then it goes away.
Yeah.
And then he sees the sun go up and then it goes away.
okay. I
So
understood
it seems
your
that there's an
problem.
inference that when something is not seen anymore, then it cannot be Lord. And
No, excuse me that I'm interrupting you because I diagnosed your problem. You have not been in this series of discussion before. We have covered up all the subjects, how we approach the Quran, how we see the difference between what Lord means, what God means. We have studied this. That's why. But they are available online. Listen to them. Be patient. Of course, it takes time, but it is an education. So if you are not satisfied after listening to the beginning of this Abrahamic story, for how long have you been studying? 5 weeks? 4 or 5? Yeah. So listen to them, but even go back, because the main problem of the people like yourself, I don't accuse you at all, please. I respect that you are here and you didn't stand up and go. But it's difficult to stay here for more than an hour and listen to fundamental criticism of tradition. So it is very hard, eh? So whether somebody, a sister asked here, oh, can I not be a Muslim because my family and my background is Muslim? I said, no, never, impossible. Have you ever heard this? Yeah, something needs to be, if you like, really disturbed. All right, put something there so that pick it with the needle, so it causes jumping. I thought, what's going on? If I cannot really inherit religion from my environment, community, family, parents, yeah, and what am I going to do then? Am I not a Muslim now? The people start feeling in vacuum. That's the best way. Not knowing who I am. What am I doing then? All my claims had no base. Oh, what's going on? So there's somebody here who knows that. I asked that, I know, just, do you believe in the Quran? The guy said, very strong believer. And I said, yes, of course. Are you really convinced that it is God's word? Yeah, that's right. And yes, of course I am. Have you ever studied the Quran? And no. How can you really be convinced about what? About something that you have never studied? Huh? Okay, don't worry. We have to study. You have to put some energy into it. You cannot borrow. As I said, even you can be the daughter of the dearest daughter of the prophet. You can get money from it. The father is here. Huh? So when he dies, we will die. Don't worry, all of us. So when he dies, you can get his car, inherit. You can inherit his car, but you cannot inherit his iman, in belief. You cannot inherit his knowledge. You cannot inherit his talents. You can. You can. You have to make up. So never be sufficient with what you have inherited. It doesn't work. Let's stop cheating ourselves. We have to be serious. We have to pay attention. You have been reading this verse, so have you ever thought of this word in terms of what we have been studying here today? No.
I thought it was a verse about reason. I didn't realize it. I thought it was, he doesn't think that something that you cannot see can still. He thinks the sun and the moon are temporary because they disappear from view. That's why he thinks there has to be something unseen that is governing.
So, disappearing. What does disappearing mean? Now, let's summarize it and finish today's discussion. Disappearing, going down, is described in the previous verse as I don't love. Look, love. لا يحب العافلين. Love. So we had one class about this word, why love. Listen to it. I cannot repeat one hour and a half long discussion. So this was one class. So why we don't love, let's put it in our terms, today's term, I cannot believe. Means when you question it, can you be the source of it? Yeah? For example, your father is here, so I really love him, so maybe more than you do. So you can say, your father may say that, look, I have been taking care of you. I have been working for you. I have been feeding you. Okay. Question now, your qualities, your being right now, and go back and look at your father and say, can you be the cause of existence of my eye? The answer is no. My nose? No. My nail? No. My cells? No. He will say, Wallahi, I didn't know. Even you were a boy or girl or what color or what, nothing. Did you know? Got it? Nothing. So the Quran teaches us, turn the question back to the origin, which claims to be the source. Can you be the cause of existence of this effect? Right? That is what means sun or the moon or the stars going down, setting. It means they cannot sustain their own existence, let alone they can be the cause of existence of another thing. They cannot really sustain their existence. They go down when you question it. If you don't question it, you say, I ate dinner today. It was very nourishing. That's why I am powerful. What? What was it? Who said somebody potatoes? You know, if I don't really struggle with anything in this world, I become not a human being but a sack of potatoes. So if I really eat potatoes, and do you think the potatoes, the elements in the body of the potatoes, can be the cause of my brain thinking, imagining, questioning, or the body structure? Potatoes is giving the shape to my hand, elements, anything in potatoes, designing my hand, how it should be. Yeah. If someone, to me, if you do not have anything, don't have anything, I think this is an example from a great ancient Muslim scholar. Look at your hand. Move it like this, how it is moving. Who designed that? Who gave existence to this system? Your father? You see? Down, set. You cannot claim that I have any ownership over my daughter. No, impossible. Your daughter said, well, excuse me, I respect you as a human being created like me, but you are not more than anything me, or anything more than me. We are both created. You need to be created, I need to be created. She needs to be created. You all need to be created. So look for the source of existence of the whole body of the universe. The whole body of the universe. So last word, it's beautiful. The Quranic teaching is so fine, but we have to use our mind. When you say Allah or God, you should mean what? Rabb. When you say Rabb, you should mean what? Alameen. Rabbul Alameen. Right? This is not only in the Quran, in the Old Testament also. God the Lord. God the Lord. Quran says Allahu Rabbul Alameen. Yeah? Allahu Rabbul Alameen. In one classes, we emphasized on the importance of this structure. You cannot say God alone. What do you have to say? God, what? How do you describe God? You have to say the source of existence. You have to say the creator. You have to say the maintainer. You have to say the designer of something you observe. So from your observation, you had to come to the conclusion, as a result of my observations, as a result of my real experience, I understood that the source of existence of these things that I'm experiencing is the one necessarily existent one. God. That's what I call it. So no abstract notion of God helps you at all. So you have to say, Allahu Rabbul Alameen. Yeah? Allahu Alimun Hakim. Allahu Fatir as-samawati wal ard. You saw samawat wa ard. Alameen. The universe is within your observation. Right? Without a solid, concrete, substantial example that you can experience, you cannot define its creator. Do you understand? The God not be an abstract notion. But I don't know, you got it. It is very important. But unfortunately, if someone says, I believe in God, hey, mashallah, that's a good believe. In God what? What do you mean by God? What do you mean by God? The creator of the universe. I understand. But by God, it means nothing. So the Quranic description is, I have to stop by hearing. Quranic description starts with, be careful. Allahu la ilaha illahu. Right? Allahu, God, is the one, apart from him, nothing is the ilah. Describing in terms of this universe not being the source of its existence. Nothing within the universe cannot be the creator, but the one who gave existence to the whole universe is the creator. That is the main, the first step description of God in the Quran. That is what we have to establish this as a principle. When I speak, I have to say at least La ilaha illahu. Otherwise, you cannot say Allah alone. But when you are worshiping, you say Allahu Akbar. You say Subhanallah. You say Alhamdulillah. But these descriptions are what? Supported by your observations. If it is not supported, you are talking something abstract. These are important subjects, simple, but without which You cannot get out of this, I don't know, the abyss of tradition. We have to, but tradition is culture, not Islamic tradition, the Quranic tradition, the prophetic tradition. The prophetic tradition says you cannot inherit anything from me. Watch out for your own responsibility. Did you know this hadith? Have you heard of this hadith? In Bukhari. So, but even if it is not in Bukhari, it is consistent with the teachings of the Quran. You feel comfortable. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdu lillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri.